Hey there guys, welcome back to some more Super Mario 64. Starting off on the secret slide, which we gotta do
With
twice.
some good music.
And which is probably the strongest Nintendo song I've seen in YouTube's copyright filter right now. If you put this song in there, even if it's like 10 seconds long, they'll still give you a master party.
Keep talking over it, keep talking over it.
Keep on talking over it, yes.
Don't stop!
Just make random noises. Now we're gonna have two master parties. Great.
It is probably the best song in the game, though.
Well, it's the most played song in the game because later on, that's being played for both Tick-Tock Clock and Rainbow Ride. So, two full levels of that. If you hate the song, you're gonna hate those two levels.
I just figured something.
You know, the inner editing nut inside of me would have just said, if the star was just right behind that secret one, I would have just did that off screen. You know?
Well, it's right here. It doesn't take that long to get to, so it really doesn't matter. If I missed it somehow, you probably would have saw it.
So, do you know how many stars this game has programmed in it?
It's 120 that you can collect, but it's technically 121 counting Bowser's final star.
I mean, technically it's actually 132.
Really? Where the heck are the other ones?
Basically every area that you can enter, including the castle, including the courtyard, including all the secret levels, have technically 100 coin stars programmed into them.
Seriously? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you can never really collect enough coins, that's probably why you never noticed.
No, exactly. But they haven't programmed into them.
Well, it's impossible to get 100 coins in some of those levels anyway.
Exactly.
Unless you use
they
Game
do exist.
Actually, I don't think it's possible to get them in the Bowser levels because I have tried it again.
No, it's not. I've tried the same. There's not enough coins. Even if you brought in coins from other levels, I don't think it'll count it. I think it'll just reset them to 0.
Actually, there's a really interesting life glitch you can do with if you get 1,000 coins in a Bowser level.
But that's like really hard to do, mind you, so I don't imagine
I'm
people
gonna say it's hard to do, it's just really numbingly long.
Yeah.
I almost had that star there. If you can collect the star before that text appears on screen, you'll still have that switch activated, but you won't have to read the text. That's kind of hard to do your first time playing.
So, in other words, it's a speedrunning tactic.
Oh yeah, you can do that later on with the Vanish Cap switch, which I almost do. I'm like centimeters away from the star, but they're really useful to do, and it feels really good when you can do it. Fun fact that one of the people who I watch speedrun games on Twitch, Cosmo, he did a 120 star run of this for his first time. He got that, and he screamed at top of his lungs, Cyclemic. I've laughed so hard when I seen that.
Nice.
Because that's the runner of the game, so it's just, it's the most fitting thing to scream.
Does Cosmo only do Twitch, like...
Oh, he
like
has a YouTube
or
channel,
whatever?
but it's one of those, a lot of people who do speedruns mainly just stream. They don't really upload many videos.
Thing
It just
is,
depends on the
I know
person.
most people I know who do like speedruns only do segmented runs.
Yeah, same here, or at least people who I would know. Like, I'm one of those segmented types, but that's because I don't have the time to do a full run-through of a game, for the most part.
I can barely ever get that right.
Yeah, same here. That was lucky.
And
So was
even
that.
segmented runs, they're usually, especially for long games, I've seen some games that, for example, a few days ago I was watching a segmented run of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. A little over an hour.
Wow.
Speedruns are... for some reason, I don't picture Fire Emblem being one of those kind of games that people just speedrun all of the time, actually.
Well, you know when you were streaming Tales of Vesperia, literally one of the feature channels I got when you were streaming was a speedrun of that same game. So there's a lot of speedruns of a lot of different RPGs and tactical RPGs.
Well, considering all the stuff Omega Evolution does and Inspire, Tales speedruns are kind of all over the place because of them.
True. Also, that's probably one of the most enjoyable clips in the game right there. One of them. Usually
they also overlap with like one character runs and like one round runs.
True. But,
which actually is possible in surprising amount of levels to do one round runs.
But speaking from clips from earlier, I actually got one clip here. I'm glad that I got kept in.
This is probably the easiest clip in the game, though.
Yeah, that's true. The bombs have enough force to actually push you through a gate, which is how you would get that star that's located behind a chain chomps gate in this level. If you didn't want to deal with the chain chomp, I just can't do it for the life of me yet.
Wasn't that slower to do though?
Well, for that gate, kind of. But
No.
for the chain chomp gate, no, that's actually faster. Because then you don't have to deal with breaking open his little seal there and then waiting for him to break open the gate.
I say that because you have the risk of the chain chomp hitting you while you're doing it.
Not really, because you take the bomb and then you just throw it, you just walk with the bomb and then clip right through the gate.
So you're doing
So
the
you're
100
near.
coins now, right?
Yeah. Whenever I do red coins, I usually do 100 coins right alongside them. So
This is
I just wait until I
this
got
is
wing cap for
definitely
this
I
one.
wonder, do you also hit like the standing stumps?
I don't hit him, but I walk around them. That's how you get
This is-
Yeah,
coins.
exactly. That's what I mean. Because a
You know
lot
what-
of people don't know about those coins.
I
You know what's
honestly didn't know
ironic?
about it until a few months ago.
You know what's ironic about this level though is that it's one of my least favorite levels to do 100 coin runs because of the stupid ones in the air.
That's why
Eh.
I recommend getting those ones first if you don't do it already.
On one hand, yes. On the other hand, there's an abundance of coins in this level.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of coins in this level.
I mean, there's some levels that you really have to scrounge for them.
But well, the thing is you can't get 100 unless you get the ones next to the floating island, you know?
Well,
Yeah, but-
true, but at the same time, it's better just to get those out of the way when you can. Because there's so many up there, you just want to...
And trying to
Grab 'em all
time
at
the
once.
stupid cannon to get all of them in one shot is annoying. Not to mention, I hate the wing cap controls in this game. Just throwing that out. So.
They did get a little better with the DS version of the game, but I can kind of see where you're going with that. They are kind of
Yeah,
awkward
but
at
here-
first.
Here's the thing: in this course, you can still miss like a lot of coins if you want to. There's some that you really, for example, with Jolly Roger Bay, you cannot miss any coins.
Yeah,
Same
because
for Dire
there's
Dire Docks.
Because, okay, call me a nerd, there's literally only 104 coins in Jolly Roger Bay. So yeah, I see what
And I
you-
think there's like only 106 in Dire Dire Docks, so those two levels you cannot miss any coins. If you do, you're screwed. And they both have blue coin switches, so you have a one shot for blue coins. If you miss them, restart because you're not going to get it.
And surprisingly, Lethal Lava Land has a similar problem.
Yeah, surprisingly, you cannot get the 100 coins if you do not enter that volcano.
And problem is, if you do enter the volcano and then die, you cannot get it again.
You have to get another star to get out of the volcano, or go to a different level
Exactly.
entirely.
So that's an interesting problem there. I don't
Sure.
think Shifting Sandland has that. Well, it has the same mechanic. I do think you
it
can
does
get
have the same
enough
mechanic,
points.
so it would have
I
the
do
same
think you-
problem.
How
I do
often,
think you can get enough points outside the pyramid.
how
No,
often
but
would
you
say
need
you've
enough to
played
go
this-
in there before heading into the pyramid.
How often would you say you played this, Workar?
How often? Whoa, like, completely?
Well, at least how many times would you say you've beaten this, maybe? Because you seem like you know the game a lot better than I thought you would.
Wow, how often have I beaten this game? I think that's up there in the 20s. At least.
So it's quite a lot. You're kind of the same boat as I am then. I can't say for certain as well, but it's 20s to 30s maybe. Beating this game a lot.
There.
You know
There
what's
we
funny
go.
is that I never knew about that until recently. The whole run around and log until coins pop up.
I'm the same. I didn't learn about this until a few months ago. Because I always thought you always had to ground pound these, but certain ones are specific.
Yeah, I actually figured that out pretty early on. But then there's other things that I didn't see for the longest time, so...
Right. There you go. That's probably one of the longest 100 coins that we'll be dealing with. Some levels get a lot faster. It just depends on where the coins are located, really. Some levels are close together and some are really spread apart.
So here's a question. What are your guys' favorite courses?
Favorites? Actually a lot of my favorites are in the basement. Like, I have more of an interest now in Hazy Maze Cave after learning a lot of the glitches there, and then the Shifting Sands and Lethal Lava Land are pretty enjoyable.
So wait, you're saying? So what you're saying is that you rate levels based on the glitches?
No, I don't. It's just, from the glitches I've learned in Hazy Maze Cave, it's actually a lot more enjoyable to play. Because before, I didn't like the level too much, because it's so open-ended. It takes a while to get certain stars, but now it's not even an issue. It's a lot more enjoyable.
It's probably one of my least favorite levels, actually.
But I'm that kind of guy that's starting to appreciate some of the more long areas in games, because I'm the same with Earth Temple now in Wind Waker. That's probably one of my favorite dungeons in there now, just because of how technical it is. And that's the same reason I'm really liking Hazy Maze Cave.
For some reason, I always loved Jolly Roger Bay.
Oh yeah, I really like that too, but it's mainly the music. The music's like the biggest factor, which we're hearing right now.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like Jolly Roger Bay is like one of the most atmospheric levels in the game.
Oh, it is, most definitely.
Yeah, probably. I'm just thinking of what else could you pick, but atmosphere-wise, I think it's either that or I don't even know.
For atmosphere, I might say Dire Dire Docks because of the water area as well. But this has a better atmosphere to it.
Nah, for me, for atmosphere, purely, it's probably Tiny Huge Land.
Oh, that's like big aesthetics difference there too, because the big to small area.
While I'm not the hugest fan of Mario 64's levels structurally, I will say this though, at least the level designs for some of these are pretty, well, a lot of them actually were pretty original, because a lot of, something I've been noticing a lot with a lot of later Mario games that have been constantly pissing me off is the fact that they're reusing the same themes over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, and that's a really big issue with this.
And it's part of it's kind of the reason why I'm starting to not really like the new Super Mario Brothers series much, because it's just themes that I'm so used to already seeing before. I'm asking for something new, not
such as.
Well, you can't beat a freak. You can't beat an awesome level idea like an Inside of the Clock, you know?
Yeah, well, the first thing they gotta stop with the series, at least, is they gotta stop using the same level gimmicks for each game, because then it just starts to blend in after a while. You can't keep on doing, like, normal grassland, then desert, then Iceland, stuff like that. It just blends in from game to game. You can't tell which is
always
which.
In the same order.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, people get sick of it, and pretty much all the Mario fans have agreed now that just the level themes are way too repetitive, and we want to see different things, because it's all blending in. We don't know what's what.
Considering how many games they've made this for, in that way, you could actually basically make a whole game per theme, just out of those levels.
While I will admit 64 has a few aging issues that prevent me from coming back to this, it definitely did have some of the best, like, thought-out level design themes, in my opinion.
Not to mention water healing.
Oh yeah, the only game in the series that if you go underwater and then come back out, it'll heal you even if you took damage above surface. So that's interesting.
So why did you take that shell there? Just curious.
I think it's a little faster, and plus, I get to show it off. I always take the shell when I get a chance.
I actually remember trying to get that without the metal cap, and God, good lord, it takes forever.
Yeah, when you first try doing that takes forever, but once you know how to do it properly, it's actually not too hard.
Yeah.
Because honestly, the only time we're going to be using the metal cap is twice. When I first get the metal cap, because it's kind of
only time
there, and then I use it just to get 100 coins in Hazy Maze Cave a little easier. And yeah, I had to keep that in because animation glitch for the win.
No, we're laughing at the fact that you said you'd only do it once, twice.
Oh, well, great grammar's me. But no, I only keep. I'm losing track of what I'm even trying to say now. I only use the metal cap twice, and it's just for when you first get it, and then when you gotta get the 100 coins in Hazy Maze. There's the sentence.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
People,
that's better.
People, vote. Which is better, normal realistic gaming, or once, twice?
Oh, come on. You can't forget Madrid and Super Metroid. Can't forget that.
Yeah, true.
That was a so left field comment I've ever made in that Metroid playthrough.
You know, I'm thinking my favorite level is probably Lethal Lava Land.
Yeah,
lethal.
I can understand that. It's probably my favorite too.
Like I said,
my three favorites are down there in the basement.
I don't know, something about Lethal Lava Land. Like, I like the whole inside of the volcano, like, idea, but I feel like it's just a very haphazardly designed level.
Yeah, but I think that's what I like, that there's a lot of elements in there that just somehow managed to sync together.
It just felt like a mess to me. I don't know.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like a debug room, in a way.
Well, in certain areas, I would say, yeah.
But the thing is, my second choice would be like Big Boo's Haunt, but that just feels like too much like wasted potential to me.
True, which I try to use some of that potential a little more in the DS version.
I actually really love the Big Boo Mansion, and it might just be my favorite level, I don't know.
The thing is, I like it a lot. I mean, it would have been my favorite if they used the concept a little more.
Yeah.
But half the stars there basically have you doing the same thing.
True. Which I can agree to a certain point. But, yeah, we might want to save a little bit of that conversation for the next part.
For me, like, my favorite level...
Save it,
because we're going to start the next part in just a second.
True that, son.